Hey, good morning. This is Miss Mischief, or otherwise known as Valerie. So this is my Fit and Fantastic Friday series. This is week 2. So the first week was last week. It was an introduction. So let's talk about what has happened. I started keto on Monday. So last Friday, the scale said 240 pounds. Now, I knew last Friday that on Monday I would be starting keto. So I ate everything I wanted. I ate donuts. I had ice cream. I had chips and cheese. I had carbs. I had everything because I knew I was like saying goodbye. I had pizza. I was saying goodbye to my favorite carbs. It was like, bye carbs, see you later, maybe in the afterlife. So I don't know how your body responds to carbs, but this is what my body does. It says, come here, carbs. You're all I've ever wanted. Come here, be mine. And then they land on my hips and my body says, keeping you forever. And the carbs, when I call up carbs, it says, yeah, I'll be right over. I'll see you in 10 minutes. The carbs never say no. They show up and they never go away. So me and carbs, we have this love-hate relationship because I really, really enjoy them and I want them all. But yeah, they never leave. Then they never leave. So I don't have a good relationship with carbs. And I was talking to one of my coworkers who happens to be a physician, and he's like, Valerie, it's just calories in, calories out. And that sounds great, right? I mean, that's simple. Calories in, calories out. If that was the truth, because I also have a sweet tooth, I love donuts. That is the best shit on earth, right? So with that being said, I could, I went ahead. I was curious. I looked up how much a donut is, and off the top of my head, I can't remember. I think it was around 200 calories per donut. Okay, so let's say you can have 1,600 calories. So donuts. You could have 8 donuts a day. I mean, I would be really happy. Like, I would take supplements for my vitamins, and then I would just, all day, just be eating donuts. 8. I could have a massive Shipley habit, right? But the problem with me and carbs is I eat the carbs, I go into carb coma, I don't want to do anything. And then when I wake up from carb coma, I want to eat more carbs and then back into coma. So I have like no desire to do anything except eat carbs and sleep. And I don't feel my best, and mentally I'm not where I want to be, because I don't feel my best. So back to Keto Monday. So I got on the scale on Monday and it said 242 pounds, which Friday it said 240 even. So I was like, wow, 2 pounds for sure worth of crap because it's living here. My scrubs on Monday were so tight. I was like, they were crying. They were like, girl, you best do something, or you going to buy some new scrubs, because either way, something's got to give, because you cannot keep putting all this ass in these scrubs. These scrubs are saying no. I felt like a sausage, like I was like in a sausage casing, and any minute I'd like burst out. So I was like, fuck, I am not buying new scrubs. Yeah. There goes the colorful language. We start talking about getting fit and the colorful language starts appearing, because I was like, dear Jesus, I cannot, no, I refuse. So Monday I started. What do we have? Potluck. Yay! I was like, oh my gosh. What do they bring? Brownies, a going away cake, some other crap that just like everything. But I was really, really good because a coworker did make a brisket. It was delicious. It was keto friendly. I had brought my lunch, but since I could have that, and I thought, let's give it a try. And it was so good. So I got the recipe from her. So I got on the scale this morning. Now, mind you, I started Monday morning, I guess around 5 in the morning, whenever I woke up. Anyway, well, actually midnight. I started at midnight. So I started Monday morning, and again, the scale said 242 fat for me. I mean, there's different degrees of fatness. I've definitely been heavier, but this was, where my scrubs are crying. And the scale this morning, I am happy to say, says 234. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Just so you know, I'm eating. I can eat between 1,500 and 1,700 calories a day. So I'm not starving myself. I can have between 20 and 25 grams of carbs a day. And my goal is to have between 80 and 100 grams of protein a day. So I'm eating. I'm also drinking 8 or more glasses of water a day. And so far I've gotten 6 hours or a little more every night. And what else? I'm going to PT twice a week. PT yesterday started me on strength training. So how awesome is that? Because I need strength training. Matter of fact, I think when I complete PT, I'm going to look into ways to continue my strength training journey, because muscle burns more calories than fat. And plus, I sustained a work injury. I think part of it is my core muscles weren't as strong as they should have been. So I never want to experience that again. I will take some of the responsibility as far as not keeping up with my health the way that I should, and get some strength training in so that I never experience that again, because it's been the most terrible thing that I've, experienced. I am doing 16-hour intermittent fasting, and that started Monday night. So Monday night at 9 p.m. I stopped eating, and then Tuesday I ate again at 1 p.m. to give me the full 16 hours. I will say that it was hard. Oh dear Jesus, I was like, I'm gonna die. Oh, I only have 4 more hours. I could do this. Only have 4 more hours. Yeah. And I just did water during that time. I didn't know what I was doing. I did not come anywhere near the fat intake that I needed. I think I was about 1,000 calories that day, and I had about 22 carbs for the day. I can't remember my protein intake, but I'm learning. Also, that morning I put chicken, salsa, cream cheese in the crock pot, so when I got home, I had a delicious low carb meal, The craziest thing for me is I didn't realize how many carbs were like in salad. There's a lot of carbs in just regular old salad. I'm like, that's not sweet. I don't know why I associate all carbs with sugar. Because kale is not sweet and it has carbs. So I'm learning. So I'm not being too hard on myself because I've never done keto before, and I've never really done low carbs or healthy fats. So again, it's an experience. So then on Tuesday morning, I was like, oh my gosh, how do people get through this 16-hour fast? Because I wake up and I'm, starving. They have bulletproof coffee, and the coffee has the recipe that I'm using has MTC oil and grass-fed butter. And here's my goal. I am not even looking for things to taste good right now. I am just looking for them not to be absolutely nasty, and I just don't want to hate it because I know that I have to keep an open mind and taste buds change and I have to give it time. So that first sip of that coffee, I didn't hate it. So that was good. But otherwise I didn't love it either, by the way. I was like, I don't hate it. I can do this. I put the MCT oil in my blender. I put the butter in my blender. I put the hot coffee in my blender. Yeah, blender. How many times can I say blender? And we're not talking beauty blender either. And then I mixed it up until it was frothy. I had a froth on top and I didn't hate it. So today so I had it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm drinking it this morning. I put it in this just because it's easy for me to carry around. And the taste is growing on me. But I will tell you before that, when I make coffee, I used a Premier Shake as a creamer. I used a sugar-free syrup, skinny syrups, and it was sweet. It was a sweet drink. And so my body is like, what the fuck are you doing? What? But this morning my body's like, it's so hungry. And it's like, oh, you're going to give us something. Oh, breakfast. I have to laugh. The taste is definitely growing on me, and my body is associating it with breakfast now. So it's like, girl, we need some breakfast. We want to spin those scrubs, but we still want breakfast. Don't you not give us breakfast? So I have changed it up where I stop eating at 8 p.m. and I eat at noon the next day. And so Wednesday was still hard. Wednesday, I was like, the fasting, I was like, oh my gosh. I got to the 12-hour mark and I'm like, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. And I was like, but you know what? You've done this for 12 hours. You have 4 more hours to go. Do you really want to break your fast when you only have 4 more hours to go? No, we can do this. So I just kept talking to myself, sometimes out loud, to encourage me to continue. So I did it, and then I ate. Let me tell you, I made me an omelet with 2 eggs, a piece of brisket, spinach, a mushroom, and I put some mozzarella cheese on it. That was the best shit ever. I was like, yes! The only thing I have to be really careful of whenever, after 16 hours and I can eat again, I have to be careful not to eat too fast. Also Wednesday, and because they say you can make bulletproof coffee, and they say you can also make bulletproof tea. So I tried making bulletproof tea. We're going to be having coffee for breakfast. Tea did not work out for me. I thought tea with no cream and no sugar absolutely sucked. I was like, I drank it. But I think that's, no, can't do that. So yesterday, made my bulletproof coffee again, and the fasting was so much easier. I was not starving yesterday. So I guess my body is adjusting to this new process. And I was so excited because I was like, I'm not starving today. I'm not starving today. This is so amazing. I'm not starving today. Yeah. So I actually didn't eat until like 1 in the afternoon. I actually went 17 hours without eating. I know that might not sound like much to the people that might be doing 18 hours or 20 hours of intermittent fasting. But for this girl, it's a long time. My body's like, what? What? But it wasn't crying. And I was like, I'm trying to be more intuitive with my eating. I do use my Fitness Pal and Carb Manager. And right now I'm using both apps until I get more familiar with them. And I'm putting all my water, sleep, steps, everything, and all my food, and it's tracking everything for me. My Fitness Pal is good, but it's aimed at the standard American diet. So it tells you, like, if you're trying to do a high fat diet, it's continuously telling you you're eating too much fat. And you're like, I'm doing keto. And it's like, it's like, Alexa, I don't know that. It's not recognized it. Oh gosh, there goes Alexa. Unlock my device now. Alexa knows her name. I can't say it in this room. I forget that I have a device with Alexa on it. Is she talking to me this morning? Okay, so yes, I'm like, it's so easy for me to lose track. But I will say yesterday, I wasn't hungry during the fast, which was amazing. And my mental clarity was so good. I mean, I really had my shit together. It was awesome. And yeah, so, it does take a while for your body to adjust to new changes. And of course, I've made drastic changes, especially if you compare it to the weekend where I ate continuously junk all weekend and, had my final farewell to Carb City. And now I am like being really, really cautious, tracking everything, staying under my calories, within my range, staying within my range of carbs. The most carbs I've had in one day this week has been 23, and I think the least amount of carbs I've had this week has been 16. So staying within my carb range. I don't mind having less carbs than 20, but I definitely don't want to have more than 25. So I'm trying to be really good about that. And I'm learning where carbs come from. I also have invested in some cookbooks. I did make a chili in the crock pot this week also. It was delicious. The guy that I'm dating, who still doesn't have a name, he came over for dinner. He ate it. He ate it with rice because he eats chili with rice. But he didn't, he enjoyed the chili. My daughter ate chili. It was good. It was really good. I also, you could have a whole cup of chili, and I took a whole cup of chili, and then I took a quarter cup of cottage cheese because I had cottage cheese I needed to eat. And so I wanted something that I could eat and enjoy and it be simple and easy. So I took that, and it was delicious. So I took that, and I had to not eat it too. It tasted good, so I wanted to eat it very quickly, and I had to okay, take a breath. Don't eat it so fast. You're gonna make yourself sick. And a cup of chili with a quarter of cottage cheese worked out well for me. It had my protein in it. It had enough fat in it. It had, and it was low carb. So there are definitely ways to do this. I have invested in some cookbooks. I made an Amazon order yesterday, ordering things that I can't find in my local store. I guess I could if I went shopping around, but that takes time. I like Amazon. I have Prime, so I just made an order, and those things will get to me because the the plan is to get all of the things that I need by Sunday, ingredients wise, and then meal prep on Sunday, try out some new recipes, but the bulletproof coffee and the 16-hour intermittent fasting, I think, are going to be staples. I have also discovered that I will have the bulletproof coffee. It doesn't spike my blood sugar. I don't have any issues with it right now. So I'm going to do that. And then I can eat at noon. I go ahead and eat a meal. And then for a snack, I have a tea with 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, a tablespoon of MCT oil, which is good fat, and I have a Premier vanilla protein shake in there, which gives me protein because it's hard for me right now to eat enough protein. So I need to have some protein. It's also hard for me to get enough fat. So I put that tablespoon of the MCT oil in there. And then I also put a little bit of the skinny syrup sweetener, and it gets rid of my sweet tooth because I like something sweet. I have something sweet in the afternoon. I have caffeine in the afternoon. That was the other thing. I woke up a couple of times this week with caffeine headaches because I was having the coffee in the morning, but normally I'd have caffeine throughout the day. I have the coffee in the morning, and then I was just drinking water all day, and I wasn't having any other form of caffeine, and my head was like, oh no, we're not doing that either. So if you want to be successful, there's some things you have to definitely listen to your body so that you have the best outcome. But it's working, and I'm excited because my scrubs feel better. I didn't think I would see any results this fast. Monday will be a week. I haven't been on this a week. I've only been on it since the 20th of this month, and that makes what, 8 pounds. 8 pounds, and I think that's a lot. Yeah, I think that's a lot. So I've done a full day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is the beginning of the 5th day. So in 4 days, 4 complete days, 8 pounds, because it was 2, 4, 2, and now my scale reads 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So again, I'm excited. I know that I will hit plateaus, and I will deal with that when that happens. I did take my measurements also on Monday, which I don't recall what they are, but the next time I take measurements, I will go ahead and, compare the numbers. I did also take photos early Monday morning. I'm not comfortable yet sharing those. I'm not there yet. But because I took them in panties and a bra and panties, I didn't take them in like clothes. So it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to share all of this at 2:42 in my underwear on the internet. Yeah, so I'm sure I will get there, just not there today. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that I can inspire each and every one of you and encourage you. And if you have questions, leave them in the comment box. If you want me to do videos that say, what I ate in a day, or recipes that I'm using, or you want to know more, I want to help you reach your goals, because I'd never done this, and I'm really excited, and I want you to be healthy, happy, and whole, whatever that means to you. So thanks for joining me today, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see each and every one of you again soon. Bye.